Let's now shift focus and talk about this lone Muslim candidate for the NDA in Uttar Pradesh. We have Haidar Khan, who's speaking to NDTV. Haidar, thank you very much for joining us. You're the candidate for the Swar constituency in Western UP. My first question, you're NDA Alliance's first Muslim candidate. Do you fear that this is going to be a difficult association between you and members of your community, given the fact that you have a ticket from Apna Dal, which is in an alliance with the BJP, which is not particularly celebrated among the Muslim community?
I think this is a combination towards development. My step was taken towards the development of my constituency and my people from my constituency. And as far as we're talking about the Muslims, like if you see 2019, a lot of Muslims voted for the party. And I think people now want to vote towards development and not to be divided on other bases. This is a propaganda mainly raised by the opposition. If we talk about UP, the Samajwadi propaganda this is Samajwadi's propaganda. And my decision to change has been because I've been really inspired by the way my party president has worked, Srimati Anupriya Patel, for the people of the backward caste, and as well as the way the government has worked under the leadership of Shri Yogi Adityanath ji.
No, it's interesting that you say that you do not believe in communal politics, neither does your party or your alliance, but yet you are part of an alliance that is infamous for politics revolving around communal issues, which has only been raising slogans and issues on communal lines. It's just that temperature is continuously increasing in Western UP.
So if you recall, when the riots happened in Muzaffarnagar in 2014, that was done under the Samajwadi government and under Azam Khan supervision. So, I'm talking like we come from a family which is a very secular family, and we are nationalists for anything. So my thinking is towards a nationalist approach. And as far as you're talking about riots, if you notice, the maximum riots that happened in UP have always happened under the Samajwadi government. So they promote riots for their own benefits.
Okay.
And under this government, I don't think there has been any riot situation. Even in fact in COVID, if you recall, the way at least in my district and constituency, people have received rations and people have got various other ways in they've been helped by the government.
Mr. Khan, we've seen that in many states, the Bharatiya Janata Party has given tickets to certain members of a particular political family where the political belief and view of that family has been the binary opposite. You look at Goa, Vishwajit Rane's wife is fighting against Vishwajit Rane's father. In Uttar Pradesh, SP Patriarch Mulayam Singh Yadav's daughter-in-law is now in the BJP. And the situation is pretty similar in your case. Your own father, once with the BSP, Nawab Qasim Ali, is now in the Congress. And you are associated with a formation of the National Democratic Alliance. How does it work at home?
See, the thing is, what my decision is my personal decision. I can't comment on others. Like my father will always be my father, my grandmother will always be my grandmother, and my mother will always be my mother. And whatever their decisions are their decisions. These are my decisions, my personal decision. So my thing to you is that we focus more on ourselves and what is for the betterment of my constituency and my people. So I don't think in my family, if I may say, I don't think this is much of an issue. My father is contesting on his own ideology and thinking. This is my thinking. And whatever is best for my constituency people. And if you look at it, I'm sure Mulayam Singh ji's daughter-in-law also joined the BJP. And he's one of the founding members of the Samajwadi Party. So and in fact, he's given his blessings to her. And the relation they share, that will always be there. So I don't know if the opposition can even comment on this.
Well, I don't know whether you have the blessing of your father or your family or not, but you will be up against Azam Khan's son from that Rampur seat. How does that look like as a contest?
See, first and foremost, you know that he's got 2 date of births. So obviously, if he files this nomination, we will be opposing it nonetheless. And depending on whether he contests or not, that's a different thing. But also in the last government when he fought, he had the full help of the administration, the police. They were working under full, under the pressure of the government. And that is not the condition right now. And he's been absent for the past 5 years, even 2 years when he was elected. There was no much development work that he did. He did nothing. He did nothing for the people. His only answer was कि अभी हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते हमारी सरकार. Like for even a very minuscule thing. Like you have to stand for your people regardless whether you are in government or not, if they've chosen you. Which I think him and his father failed to do.
Mr. Khan, the UP Chief Minister has been quoted on record saying that this election is going to be an 80 versus 20 election. I think the context is pretty obvious that this is a reference to the population of Muslims in the state, 19.26% if I'm right. How do you respond to this sort of reference?
Yeah, so basically 80% is the people who are with the government, who are with development. 20% is the Samajwadi and other BSP and other parties. But I feel this is the context it was said in. And like, for example, now if I have been given this opportunity through the alliance, and if the alliance has given me this opportunity, so then I'm sure the context that you're referring to didn't be in that way.
No, okay. You say that your candidature proves that the alliance is not anti-Muslim, and yet you're the only person to have got a ticket so far, and that too as an alliance partner member and not as a BJP member. You think that there should be more Muslim candidates from this alliance? Surely the 20% can be represented by more than one candidate.
No, you have to understand one thing. These are I am not at the helm of affairs. I am a worker of the party, and these are decisions taken by every party takes their own decisions. So these are decisions taken by the party high command, and whatever they see fit for their to get their government in power, or whichever candidate has the ability to win the election, that's how tickets are given. So these are decisions taken by the party.
Sure. Haidar Ali Khan, thank you very much for joining us, and all the best for the contest in the Swar Vidhan Sabha seat of Western UP. Thank you. That's a wrap in this edition of Trending Tonight. News continues on the other side. Good night and goodbye.